Procrastination is a quiet thief, stealing time and opportunities while whispering promises of a better tomorrow. It's the art of delaying what we know we should do, choosing the comfort of the present over the uncertainty of effort. For many, it begins with a fleeting thought. I'll do it later, when I'm more prepared, more inspired, or when the stars align. Yet, that perfect moment rarely arrives. The task lingers, growing heavier with each passing day, until it becomes a source of guilt and anxiety. Procrastination is not merely laziness. It's a complex interplay of fear, perfectionism, and a misguided belief that future selves will somehow be more capable than the present one. I've sat at my desk countless times, staring at a blank page, convincing myself that tomorrow would bring clarity that today lacked. The truth is, procrastination thrives on this illusion of a better someday, a vague horizon where all conditions are ideal. To break free, we must first recognize that this trap is self-imposed, built on excuses that feel rational but crumble under scrutiny. Understanding procrastination's roots, fear of failure, overwhelm, or even fear of success, allows us to see it for what it is, a habit, not a destiny. By naming it, we strip away its power and open the door to action. The journey to overcoming procrastination begins in the mind, where our thoughts shape our reality. Too often, we view tasks as monolithic burdens, each one a mountain to climb. This perception paralyzes us, making the first step feel insurmountable. I recall a time when I delayed writing a crucial report, convinced it required perfect conditions, silence, focus, and an uninterrupted day. Days turned into weeks, and the task loomed larger, not because it was inherently difficult, but because my mind had built it into an impossible feat. Reframing this mindset is transformative. Instead of seeing tasks as threats, we can view them as opportunities to grow, learn, or simply move forward. One technique is to embrace imperfection, accepting that the first draft, the initial attempt, or the messy beginning is not a reflection of failure, but a step toward progress. Another powerful shift is to focus on the present moment rather than an idealized future. By asking, "What can I do right now?" we anchor ourselves in the actionable present. This mental pivot dissolves the myth of someday and replaces it with the reality of today. It's not about summoning boundless motivation, but about choosing to act despite discomfort, trusting that momentum will follow. This reframing is like clearing fog from a window, revealing a path that was always there. The beauty of action lies in its simplicity, and the smallest step can spark a cascade of progress. Procrastination often stems from feeling overwhelmed, where the sheer size of a task makes it seem unapproachable. I once postponed organizing my cluttered office, imagining it as a day-long ordeal requiring boundless energy. The solution came when I decided to tidy just one drawer. That single act, completed in 10 minutes, felt so achievable that it led to another drawer, then a shelf, and eventually the entire room. This is the power of starting small. By breaking tasks into bite-sized pieces, we reduce the mental barrier to entry. Instead of writing an entire chapter, commit to a single paragraph. Instead of running a marathon, start with a walk around the block. The key is to make the first step so small, it feels almost trivial. Yet each small victory builds confidence and momentum. This approach aligns with the concept of the 2-minute rule, where you begin with an action that takes just 2 minutes. These micro actions trick the brain into starting, bypassing the resistance that procrastination feeds on. Over time, these small steps compound, turning daunting tasks into manageable realities and proving that progress doesn't require grand gestures, just consistent, tiny beginnings. While mindset and small steps ignite action, sustainable change requires systems that make progress inevitable. Procrastination thrives in chaos, where vague intentions and cluttered schedules leave room for delay. I learned this the hard way when I repeatedly put off studying for an exam, trusting I'd find time later. The solution came when I established a system, a dedicated hour each evening, a clear study plan, and a timer to keep me focused. Systems are the scaffolding of action, providing structure where willpower alone falters. One effective technique is time blocking, where you assign specific tasks to specific times, treating them as non-negotiable appointments. Another is the Pomodoro technique, working in focused bursts of 25 minutes, followed by short breaks to maintain energy and focus. Environment also plays a role. Clearing distractions, setting up a dedicated workspace, or even using apps to block social media can create a setting conducive to action. These systems don't rely on fleeting motivation. They create habits that carry you forward even when enthusiasm wanes. By designing your day to prioritize action, you outsmart procrastination's tendency to exploit unstructured time. It's like laying tracks for a train. Once the path is set, moving forward becomes the natural course. Procrastination often flourishes in solitude, where there's no one to witness our delays. Introducing accountability can be a game changer, as it externalizes our commitment and makes action feel urgent. I experienced this when I shared my goal of running a 5K with a friend, who then became my running partner. Knowing someone was counting on me made skipping a session far less tempting. Accountability can take many forms: sharing your goals with a friend, joining a study group, or even posting your progress publicly. The presence of others, whether in person or online, creates a gentle pressure to follow through. Equally important is the role of rewards, which can rewire our brain's association with tasks. Instead of viewing work as a chore, we can pair it with small, meaningful incentives: a favorite coffee after completing a task, a walk in the park, or an episode of a beloved show. These rewards don't need to be extravagant. They simply need to feel satisfying. Over time, the brain begins to link action with pleasure, weakening procrastination's grip. By combining accountability with rewards, we create a dynamic where action feels supported and worthwhile, making someday less appealing than the tangible benefits of today. Ultimately, breaking free from procrastination is about embracing the present as the only moment that truly exists. Someday is a seductive mirage, always out of reach, while today is real, tangible, and full of possibility. I've come to see that waiting for the perfect moment is not just futile. It's a betrayal of the potential within each ordinary day. The techniques discussed: understanding procrastination's roots, reframing the mindset, starting small, creating systems, and leveraging accountability and rewards, all converge on one truth: action is the antidote to delay. Each time we choose to act, we reclaim a piece of our time and agency. It's not about erasing procrastination entirely. Even the most disciplined among us face moments of hesitation. But by cultivating habits that prioritize action, we build a life where progress becomes the default. The joy of breaking free lies not in perfection, but in the freedom of moving forward, one deliberate step at a time. So, let go of someday and embrace the power of now, because today is the only day you can truly shape. Breaking free from procrastination is a journey of reclaiming the present and rejecting the illusion of a perfect someday. By understanding procrastination's roots in fear and overwhelm, we can reframe our mindset to embrace imperfection and focus on the now. Starting with small, manageable steps builds momentum, while structured systems like time blocking ensure consistency. Accountability from others and meaningful rewards transform tasks into opportunities, making action feel rewarding rather than daunting. Each deliberate step forward dismantles the habit of delay, proving that progress lies in the ordinary moments we often overlook. The power to act is always within reach, waiting in the present. By choosing to start today, however small the effort, we unlock a life of purpose and achievement. Let go of waiting for tomorrow. The time to act is now, and every step taken today shapes a future free from procrastination's grip.